Bonjour, Kinamagi Nene Ireland Indigenous, and welcome to this overview of our Week 36 learning plan. This learning plan will find a multitude of events, both academic and cultural, as we get to our second to final week of the academic year. One of the requests that came from Kinamagi Quay Stevens was a questionnaire, and I'm going to go ahead and share my screen with you so that you can see it. It's right here. It has to do with their spirit names and a questionnaire about things related to planning for our cultural camp. If you have submitted the paper copy that your student should have brought home to you last week, that's fine, you're good. If not, this questionnaire right here, if you click here, it's a Google form, you could go ahead and take care of it there. And while we're on the topic of our cultural events, I'm going to bring up, this came home with your student on Tuesday, either in person or via packet. And this is our schedule for the 5th grade cultural day camp. Due to COVID, we're doing it during the school day versus in most years we go and spend 3 days and 2 nights. But this will give the students some awesome experiences. Monday, you can see that in the afternoon, we'll be doing quill working, and that'll be located in the classroom. Tuesday, we have sweat lodge teachings, traditional lacrosse, and a naming feast. And a lot of that questionnaire has to do with that. That's why it's imperative to get a response. Wednesday is a normal day where we'll have our Wellness Wednesday, but that's not on this agenda. Thursday, we'll be continuing quill working, and then we will be engaged in a water walk in the afternoon. And then Friday, we will spend most of our day at Camp Cutler in Riverdale, and some of the activities advertised include cooking over a fire, archery, hiking, games, prizes, survival skills, and more. Sounds like a lot of fun. You will be receiving emails throughout the week with any updates. It does say dress accordingly for daily activities and weather. Like, you probably want to have a little bit sturdier shoe for Friday, and comfortable shoes for Thursday, since we will be doing some walking. The remainder of that document that went home includes is basically a permission slip and a release. It's our standard culture camp document. If you need a new one, please email me at mireland@sagchipschool.net, and I will print another one and send it home with your student immediately. We would like to have these in by Friday the 21st, and if that's not possible, then at the very least by Monday. But the goal is Friday. And as I will email out this video on a Thursday versus my normal Friday or Saturday, part of that is to give you an opportunity to request this and bring it on back in. So let's go back into the academic side. And you're going to notice there's a lot of no sessions. And that is because we only have so many hours in a day, and we will have our cultural day camp. Monday morning is pretty standard. And then you see the cultural day camp stuff is right here. Please pay note to the live stream schedule. Monday, because we're in the classroom, it'll be pretty standard. Tuesday morning, it's only for 45 minutes. So if you're at home, you can check in. If you're going to be out as a student, you can pop in and say, hey, Mr. I, what are we doing? You could watch the first lesson, and then you could go about and work independently. Wednesdays is quote unquote regular. We'll be live from 7:45 to 11:15. Then Wellness Wednesday follows in the afternoon. Thursday, with quill working, we'll have our live stream up in the morning. And then Friday, just during the beginning of the day where we do our little math assessment. So hopefully that gives your student, if they're at home, a chance to check in. I will be available at other times via email, but as I assist with the cultural day camp, it may take a little bit of time to respond. Reading this week, we're just looking at integrating multiple sources, and we'll have a day with reading A to Z. Writing, it's scheduled for Unit 6, Day 10, and then Day 11. I have opened up the entire Unit 6, so some students may be beyond this point, but students should be at least to this point as we try to complete Unit 6 before the end of the academic year. Math, you see, we have lessons 11, 12, and 13. We'll be taking that assessment on Friday. Science, a couple articles from Science A to Z to read, and there are questions that go with them. Social studies, we'll be looking at the judicial branch in a flash, and then just an overview of ancient Greece. Last week we did ancient Rome, and this is just to give a little snippet of background information for students as they move into middle school. We're in math review and enrichment. The only thing on there this week is we'll do a spiral quiz, just giving students a chance to earn those threes going in before we get into that last week of the year. The cultural camp events are listed here. Those are the same ones that were listed on the permission slip that I sent home. And I always encourage students to read for 20 minutes a day, even if it doesn't fall through during school hours. Most days we schedule this time in. It's very important, and I encourage students to do this all summer long. Doesn't have to be academics. In fact, it probably shouldn't be, but it's a great thing to help get exposure, background knowledge, context. There's a lot of academic value, and it's also relaxing and can be fun. As mentioned, you should expect a number of emails next week when I can update information about how your students should be dressed or prepared. I will be sending it to you. I also, during the week, will be sending information for students to be able to complete missing assignments. And if you're a student that's working from home on a particular day, and we happen to be in cultural day camp, I will be able to send you information on what you can work on. And we're not going to utilize just a bunch of extra packets. We all have things we can complete, trying not to just say, here, do a bunch of work. We want it to be pointful and useful work. If you have any questions about cultural camp or our week 36 overview, please feel free to reach out. Next week's episode, we will be talking about the final week of school, including events such as graduation. Hope you all have a Minogijigad. Minwa Bamapi.